So I think the biggest challenge in setting up a cybersecurity protocol is first the realization and the awareness, because as you rightly said that most organizations globally are undergoing a big digital transformation overhaul. Uh, Most of these organizations, they do not realize that while the journey on digital transformation may be linear, but then the quantum of risk that comes with it, typically the cyber risk, just grows exponentially. And that's where it becomes important that first we as practitioners and we as leaders understand that how fast the risk is increasing, and it's important that we address that risk as part of the digital transformation journey, and not by putting in sort of a band-aid after it has been done, right? So I think that's where the concept of security by design and privacy by design comes into picture. It is important for all business leaders and all risk practitioners that they really evaluate that as part of their digital transformation journey, as they increase their cyber landscape, their digital footprint. What is the amount of new risk? What are those new risks to which they are actually getting exposed to? And that's where the true journey begins, that they start assessing these risks, then they start mitigating these risks, and then inherently this journey actually becomes a part of their digital transformation journey. So I think that is something which is the most challenging thing, because most people don't realize that this is something that needs to be picked up in parallel to the digital transformation roadmap. So hiring and retention of existing talent is of course a big conundrum, particularly in the coming, in the times we are in. And when it comes to niche skills like cybersecurity, it becomes all the more critical. So there's no denying the fact that information security has a lot of talent deficit, and that is majorly because of two reasons. One is that of course things are very dynamic in information security. Today, there is a technology that you don't even know is going to last for another couple of years. It may become obsolete in a year's time, because that's how fast the threat landscape is evolving. The threats are becoming more sophisticated. Another aspect is that because this thing is picking up very recently, while cybersecurity has been around since almost 2 decades, like it just said that people have just started taking it seriously. It's precisely in the pandemic where people realize that information security is no longer an afterthought, regardless of whether you are a business leader or you are a consumer. Today, cybersecurity is an aspect which is equally important for business leaders and consumers as well. Today, as a consumer, if you are using certain digital products, then you are worried about, or if you are not, you should be worried about information security aspects of the product that you're using. Similarly, if you're running a business and you're a business leader, you have to understand that what are the cybersecurity aspects of the new digital initiatives that you are undertaking. So because it has picked up recently, of course, there is a supply deficit in the market. So it becomes very important that first we upskill. So today, if you look at it, network security, I think we should start upskilling our network engineers to incorporate security skills in their regime as well. So of course, when they graduate, they also have a good growth map, and of course, you have the opportunity of upskilling a large volume of talent internally. And from a hiring perspective, it's important that you maintain your pace with the market. Today, if you are taking a lot of good initiatives, new initiatives in the direction of cybersecurity, the world is taking in, then I'm sure it would be enough to attract a lot of top talent from the market as well. That's exactly what we have been doing at TeamLease. So every coin has got two sides, right? So that's where it is similarly applicable to AI as well. I mean, AI, if you just look at it, is just another living testimony to the fact that technology is becoming increasingly democratic. Right? So today, people talk about chat GPT, that whatever you know about a topic, you just go and type in a few keywords and then it blurs out everything, right? So today somebody may not know how to hack into a website or how to hack into an FTP server. Of course, you can just Google it, and chat GPT just blurts out a lot of this information. While that is only a minuscule of how AI is actually impacting, there's a lot more to it, right? More than meets the eye. You speak about a password which has 8 characters that can be broken through AI assisted brute force in less than a few hours. So that means that an 8-digit or 8-character password having standard complex requirements is no longer safe, right? So I mean, these are some few examples that how some of the conventional techniques used by black hats are being modernized, are becoming more sophisticated, just because now that they are empowered with the power of AI. So I think I can go on and I can fill pages and speaks for hours to justify that what exactly should be done, and I'm sure even then it would be less. But still, if I have to sum up, I think there are 3 fundamental steps that every business leader and every cybersecurity practitioner, every risk manager can actually take in order to ensure that they are safeguarded against cybersecurity threats. And I have spoken the same thing at a lot of other forums as well. These are the basics, these are the fundamentals. The first basic is visibility. It is very important that we maintain a comprehensive visibility of the entire landscape. This landscape is not just your assets or your business or your digital footprint, but there's also a need of maintaining a lot of oversight on the external perspective as well. What kind of threats are lurking around from the outside, right? That's very important. That's how you maintain a comprehensive 360-degree visibility. Once you're sorted on visibility, then comes uniformity. Once you know that you have deployed certain controls for protection, it's important that all those controls work harmoniously and there is a uniformity in all of these controls. Say, for example, you have got 10,000 endpoints. If you have deployed your endpoint security in 9,500, or for that matter, even 9,999, and just one system has been unpatched, then of course it's only as good as none of the systems having endpoint security, right? Because in a house, it doesn't matter how many locks you put in if there is a single window which is directly open, right? So I think that's where the concept of uniformity kicks in and becomes very important. Once you have step 1 and step 2, visibility and uniformity sorted out, then the third comes, which is a direct derivative of it, and it is governance. Once you have the right visibility and the right uniformity, you can exercise the right governance. Now, governance has to be exercised in all 3 areas: people, process, and technology. And once you have the right governance on all these 3 areas, I'm pretty sure that most of the threats can be averted. From a skill perspective and a career perspective, I think cybersecurity, specifically in the current times, is full of options. I think first, a person needs to understand and figure out that which area do they really want to focus on, right? I mean, if largely I have to compartmentalize the career options in information security, ideally it can be broken down in 3 buckets. One is GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. This is primarily the area where you have to design policies, help organizations achieve different assurances, certifications, right? I mean, overall, that has a lot to do with the risk management. That is one area. Then comes in the SecOps, or we say the security operations. Here, there is a lot to do with your controls, actually, right? And the on-ground controls, the control implementation, the controls maintenance, and of course, their modernization as well. If you think you are good at managed SOC or SIM and source solutions, endpoint security, network security, firewalls, EDR, XDR, and a lot more, then security operations is the thing to go for. And then finally, which is actually application security. Now, if you are someone who are very close to engineering and you love coding and you think that you can really help organizations build better products, you can devote a lot of time in secure coding. You can spend a lot of time in identifying application vulnerabilities, right? Then that's the area to aim for. So I think largely these are three areas where people can excel depending on what their interest lies in.